Hi, nursing folks. I'm Mary Jordan, and I'm the librarian here at SETCC. This is my office here where it says librarian over the door, and then ask questions here. I like to encourage people to come by my office and talk to me and ask questions. So, what I'm doing is just taking you on a short tour around the library so that you have a sense of the resources that we provide. Back behind me here are some of our displays. So these are for different kinds of holidays that might be happening. Right now we have, let's see, Hispanic Heritage Month, Ask a Stupid Question Day, because you should feel comfortable doing that in the library, and a few other important and less important holidays, but just so that students have an idea of resources that they can use. Coming up over here, we have our study rooms, our first study room. So they're not huge, but you can see there we have the electronic screen. We check out HDMI cables so that students can plug their laptops in. This is really helpful to the nursing students because they do tend to study in here in groups. And that way they can put all of their material up on the screen or they can watch videos together. On this side, we have the whiteboard. Uh, sorry, over here, we have a whiteboard available, and we will give them. We check out whiteboard markers to them so they can use that, and they cover them with equations, and they're studying for tests. Sometimes they draw pictures. We've had a lot of needles drawn on there, and that's totally whatever they need to do. All right, so more study rooms along here. And then behind me, these are all of our paper collections. Let's see if I can kind of tip that up a little bit. Uh, all of our paper resources are here for our nonfiction books. Now, our students don't actually use a lot of paper resources. We do have these. We also have collections of materials that the nursing department thinks is very important, and they have donated to us that we keep behind our circulation desk, which is back over there. And that way we keep it on reserve for students and they can have access to it in the library as much as they need. It doesn't circulate, it just stays here. And that way it's a little bit more fair for everyone. All right, so I've walked down the aisles to where you can see this is our medical nursing section. And in these aisles, we have several materials that are uh, easy access to our digital material. So we have these signs set up with QR codes that students can scan depending on what area of interest they have. A lot of them are in our health sciences department, and we try to make sure we have something for everybody. So our practical nursing degree, all of our digital materials, they can scan this QR code and they can get access to the over 780,000 digital items we have in the collection. But then underneath it are the resources that we keep, the paper resources that we keep for them. So this is our quick access to the online just nursing material, but then we also have access to all of the different paper books and different things that are going to be useful to them. In addition, they can come by my office, talk with me. I do specialized research with them to make sure that they feel really confident in the materials that they have. I always try to make sure that they know how to do searching. So I spend a lot of time working with them here, but the nursing instructors also invite me to their classrooms. So I go in and I talk with the whole class at once how to do research, how to find peer reviewed journals, what peer reviewed means, how to use specific nursing oriented databases. All of that we have available to them. Additionally, there's always more. We are part of a statewide consortium of library services, so we can borrow books from many other college libraries from around the state. So we're a 2-year college, we're not very big, but we can borrow from a lot of the larger universities, and that could be really convenient to the students if they need that. We also have in our community, about 5 minutes that way, a 5 minute drive over there, we have the second largest public library in the state, and it is it's great. It's really good. So students can go to the public library anytime and have access to their resources and their rooms. Um, they don't necessarily have a lot of nursing specific resources, but they do actually have some. They also have different access to interlibrary loan material through public libraries from across the state. So things that we couldn't get from an academic place, they may be able to get. And we work with them to make sure that our students have that. We also have a large university here in town, St. Cloud State University, and our students have access to their library. So our library is unfortunately only open until 6 in the evening. We would like to change that, but that's what it is for now. St. Cloud State, I think many nights is open till midnight. So if our students need the time, they can go over there and get work done. They don't automatically get cards, but they can have community member cards so they can still check things out and get assistance in that library. We try to make sure all of us are working together because we're all here to help everybody in our community, but we are specifically focused on our nursing students. So our nursing students, they use the study rooms for group study, group project. They use the paper materials that are right below us. They use all of these resources to make sure that they get things. And then they have access to, again, my office that's right over there to make sure that they feel really confident in the search that they're doing. I just worked with 3 different nursing students today who had an assignment where they needed to come back with an article. And so we talked about the process of searching, how to find an article, and then how to narrow it. This is always one of my things, narrow it to something that they're going to be interested in. Said, they want to have their good professional development. There's no point in finding material that they're not going to like. So they're not trying to make their teacher happy. They should be making themselves happy. In our lounge, which is through there, we have a lot of really comfortable seating out there. The students can sit there, they can study, we have screens that show either digital kittens running around. Sometimes we have puppies running around, or we show nature scenes. And we do that deliberately, not just because I think it's fun, but also because I have a lot of research that shows that if students are in a little bit more relaxed state, their heart rate comes down, their blood pressure comes down. I always make sure I tell them, I'm not that kind of doctor, don't stop taking your meds. But there is a measurable effect. And so students are a little bit more relaxed, they're going to study better. That's what we're trying to get to. I walked past over by those study rooms without pointing to it, but we have puzzles that we provide for students that they can do here in the library. They can check some out and take it home. Again, they're fun, but we have them because puzzles help your brain think about pattern recognition. They help think about resiliency. They think about problem solving. And it's not good to just keep sitting in a room and just studying hour after hour. That's not the way that the brain functions in learning. So to do your best learning and your best work, you need to stand up at least once an hour, walk around, and do for 5 or 10 minutes, walk around and do something that's different, something that's not what you were studying on. Your neurons all reset, you go back to studying. I'm probably telling you what you already know, but we're doing this specifically for the students to make sure that they have not only the resources that we can provide for them, but they have the environment here that's going to help to make them successful. We try to make sure that this is a nice place, that they feel like they're welcome here. They feel like we're happy to have them here. We have a lot of Muslim students, so we have prayer rugs that our students can use. We have a meditation room. They're doing construction on our building, so we're going to be building a room for nursing parents, and I'm really excited. We have students who are parents already who bring their kids in, and that's totally fine. We provide toys, we provide crayons. I had Play-Doh in my office, but I think I got cleaned out the other day, so we're out of Play-Doh. But we try to make sure that, like I said, we're doing what we can to support. Our students are working hard. They have a lot of things that they need to accomplish in addition to their work. So we provide all of the academic and scholarly material that they could possibly need to be successful. But we're a holistic library. We want to make sure that this is a place where our students feel happy, they want to come, they want to be, because if they are, then they're going to study harder, they're going to have a better experience. please feel free to come to the library yourself. I will be so happy to talk to you. I can clearly talk about the library all day. I'm so proud of our students. I'm so happy for the work that we do, reaching out to the faculty and to the staff of our nursing department. They're right across there. They're close to us. And I mean, I have a lot to say. I know they have a lot to say, but I'll be happy to see you in the library anytime and to show you everything that we can do for students here. I hope you enjoy your time at SCTCC. Thanks so much. Bye bye.